Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. Now, this right here, I think, is a poster child example because it wouldn't have flown before the Biden administration, his handlers purged like the actual fucking competent military, service members, whether, regardless of the branch, it doesn't matter if it's, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They went through and they purged like, conservative fucking patriotic types and they did DEI fucking promotions and shit like that, which put a bunch of incompetent fucking people that don't know their asses from their elbows in charge of shit, which allowed for this to fucking happen. Because let me tell you, okay, prior to this shit, ask anyone in the fucking Navy, all right, your fucking superior officers are going to fucking find out that if you tried to pull something like this, they would fucking find out about it in 2 fucking seconds. They would know about it. This shit wouldn't go unchecked. They would realize that something's afoot. They would know what the fuck's going on. They would be listening to the scuttlebutt. They would have their ears to the deck plating, so to speak, to hear what the fuck's going on. All right. What gets me is their superior officers are the ones who should be fucking court-martialed for allowing this shit to fucking happen. Because this wasn't just one Navy officer. This was a whole group of Navy officers that were involved in this shit. How the fuck does a whole group of Navy officers, okay, put a fucking Starlink, all right, internet dish on a warship and no one fucking notice it? This is what I'm talking about. This is the product of Biden purging the fucking competent fucking officers to do their DEI fucking, we need people that'll grab, that'll push the leftist shit, okay, that will fucking grab the guns when we order it type of shit. They would rather have people that would rather do that in charge than actual competent fucking people who swore to uphold the Constitution. They would rather put a fucking troon in a uniform and make them an officer than have competent fucking people. And this is why we end up with shit like this. This is why we are a laughing fucking stock militarily now. We are. Why do you think Putin is fucking laughing at this shit right now? Okay, like they're like, oh my God, Ukraine's kicking Russia's ass. He's like, no, I'd rather have Kamala Harris. And they're like, oh, he just said that joking. No, he would rather have Kamala Harris. Because this fucking retardation is going to be that happens in the military is going to be even worse than this. We're a fucking joke. We're a laughing stock. Our quote unquote enemies look at us and like, you have fucking Rocket Man. You have fucking Kim Jong fucking dipshit. And sitting there feeling froggy and leaping with us. For fuck's sake. So anyway, we have an article from the Associated Press via Fortune. Doesn't say who wrote it. Published on September 6th here. In the title, Navy officer demoted for secretly installing Starlink on warship to check social media. And yeah, I do know I'm getting to this a little bit late with it being Monday, but still. I wanted to cover this because it goes to show this shit would not have fucking flown. This would not have happened. Oh, let's get into this here. A U.S. Navy chief who wanted the internet so she and other enlisted officers could scroll social media, check sports scores, and watch movies while deployed had an unauthorized Starlink satellite dish installed on a warship and lied to her commanding officer to keep it secret, according to investigators. Lied to her commanding officer? What, her commanding officer couldn't go fucking look for himself or herself? Oh no, there's no dish up there. Fuck you. Give me a break. This is an example of... This is what happens when you promote the dumb fucks. Because, they ideologically align with your bullshit. Seriously. This would not have flown. This would not have flown fucking, under Trump. This wouldn't have flown prior to this shit. To the DEI fucking hire fucking bullshit after they purged conservatives and Trump supporters and shit. This would not have fucking happened prior to that. because those people are competent that wouldn't have allowed it. They were career military. They were where they were because they earned it. Anyway, internet access is restricted while the ship is underway to maintain bandwidth for military operations and to protect against cybersecurity threats. The Navy quietly relieved Grisel Marrero, a command senior chief of the littoral combat ship USS Manchester, in August or September 2023 and released information on parts of the investigation this week. The Navy Times was first to report the details. Marrero, a former information systems technician and senior leader, paid $2,800 for the Starlink high-performance kit and had it installed in April 2023 prior to deployment of the San Diego-based Manchester, according to the investigation. So, basically, how the hell do you not notice this going on? I mean, how the fuck do you sneak a $2,800 satellite kit, which isn't a small package? It's a pretty decent-sized box. How the fuck does she get that on the ship? And no one fucking noticed this. Clearly they had to conspire and someone had to help her. Probably one of the people that was getting internet off of this shit. But how the fuck did no one not notice something was going on? This was one of their IT people. She was an information systems technician. Translation. She was a fucking IT geek. You know, she was going around going, have you turned it off and on again? She probably sucked at that too. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. And these cocky fucks, not only did they install this shit, when they realized it didn't have enough of a Wi-Fi range, they put fucking signal boosters throughout the ship and no one noticed them. Seriously. I mean, look here. She and more than a dozen other chief petty officers used it to send messages home and keep up with the news and bought signal amplifiers. Basically, they bought Wi-Fi repeaters. During a stop in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, after they realized the wireless signal did not cover all areas of the ship, according to the investigation. How the fuck did they not notice that there were stray RF signals going throughout the fucking ship? This is what I'm saying. How the fuck did she get away with this shit? This would not have flown if we didn't have all the DEI hire types that we have now. Okay, if they didn't purge every branch of the military of the fucking conservatives, okay, and drive them out, the ones that were up, you know, were coming up for re-enlistment. If they didn't drive them out and fucking get rid of other people, you know, just say, oh, we no longer need you and discharge them, shit like that, which they did do, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation right now. This fucking dumb bitch wouldn't have got away with this shit. It wouldn't have even flown in the first place. We're a laughing fucking stock with this type of shit going on. I mean, oh my God, it doesn't cover the whole ship. Let's put Wi-Fi repeaters. Let's put Wi-Fi fucking routers throughout the whole fucking ship and put them in repeater mode. Are you fucking kidding me? No one noticed all the fucking Wi-Fi fucking hotspots around the fucking ship? I mean, what happened to the fact of commanding officers doing regular tours of their ship, making sure everything is fucking tip-top and ship-shape? Why isn't this commanding officer of this littoral-class ship being court-martialed for this shit going on his fucking ship? This was a major security issue. That's why they fucking block out the internet when they're underway. And because this entitled fucking cunt didn't like that fact, she fucking put a Starlink on the goddamn ship. The ship's commander should be criminally fucking charged. This fucking bitch should be discharged. Not fucking demoted. She should be fucking discharged. Dishonorably discharged. But because she's a DEI hire, they would never do that. If it was a fucking white cracker ass fucking dude, they would have dishonorably discharged him in 2 fucking seconds. I know it, you know it, but because she's a DEI hire, she gets a fucking second chance after compromising the security of the ship. This is the fucking clown world we live in. Anyway, those involved also used the Chief Petty Officer Association's debit card to pay off the $1,000 monthly Starlink bill. Yeah. That's theft. I mean, what the fuck? The Chief Petty Officers Association, I'm trying to think what they called. They had one for the enlisted on the USS New Jersey. And I'm trying to think of what the fuck it was called. But, like, it was money that was set aside to, like, cover shit for, like, the enlisted men. Like, they contributed to it and shit. They used the money of other chief petty officers in the association to, you know, they used their money to pay off their monthly Starlink bill of $1,000 fucking dollars. Seriously. How the hell did they just get a demotion? This bitch should have been criminally charged. How many months did they do this? How many thousands of fucking dollars did they steal? I mean, it sounds like this was going on for 6, 8, 10 months more, maybe a year, over a year. We don't know the exact details. I mean, to me, that sounds like fucking felony fucking theft. Why the hell is she only get a demotion? I mean, this is ridiculous. Anyway, the network was not shared with rank and file sailors. Of course it wasn't. These people think they're better than the rest of the sailors. Miero tried to hide the network, which she called Stinky, by renaming it as a printer, denying its existence, and even intercepting a comment about the network left in the commanding officer's suggestion box, according to the investigation. So here she is. She's committed this massive fucking fraud. She's doing all this shit to cover up her massive fraud, because I'm looking at the fact of the $1,000 a month as fraud. Okay? The Starlink and everything else is just kind of icing on the cake. I mean, yes, the fraud was committed to pay for the, you know, was committed in the furtherance to pay for the bill, but you've got her for fraud right there. You've got her for theft. You've got her for fucking stealing money from her fellow sailors. Why wasn't she fucking criminally charged with that? I mean, this is ridiculous. Because she's a woman and she's obviously Hispanic, she gets a free fucking pass. I mean, all the shit she did, minimum, dishonorable discharge. Barely above minimum, because I wasn't going to say, you know, the worst, but the barely above minimum would be time in the stockade. What the fuck? Oh. Miero did not respond to an AP email Friday seeking comment. In March, she was convicted at a court-martial where she pleaded guilty to dereliction of duty and providing false official statements to commanders, the Navy Times reported. She was demoted to Chief Petty Officer after trial. Miero received due to a loss of confidence in her leadership abilities, said spokesperson Commander Cindy Field. Marrero was relieved due to a loss of confidence in her leadership abilities, that spokesperson Commander Cindy Fields said via email. Navy senior enlisted leaders are expected to uphold the highest standards of responsibility, reliability, and leadership, and the Navy holds them accountable when they fall short of those standards, Fields said. Last week, a commander of the destroyer, USS John McCain, was relieved of duty after he was seen in a photo firing a rifle with a scope, mounted backward. The image brought the Navy considerable ridicule on social media. Yeah, that guy gets relieved of his command from his ship. This bitch, she gets a fucking demotion. Okay. Like, what the fuck? He just looked at it through a scope mounted backwards. She stole thousands of dollars to pay for her internet bill. She compromised the security of the ship by wiring it up with Starlink and Wi-Fi fucking repeaters. What the fuck? She should seriously be in the stockade right now. She should be serving time at fucking Leavenworth. She should be shitting in a fucking bucket. And then, after she's done, she should be fucking dishonorably fucking discharged, have that a black mark on her record for the rest of her fucking life, and work shit fucking jobs. Because when you go in the military, you agree to do certain things. And one of those is to especially if you're an information technology specialist, is to maintain the IT security of the ship. And if you don't think putting a fucking Starlink on your own ship for your own personal use is in a compromising fucking situation in regards to that security, you're a fucking retard. She knew what she was doing. She knew it would compromise the security of the ship. All right. I mean, shit, let's just ignore the fact that the Russians are able to fucking track Starlinks and we're fucking bombing the shit out of the Ukrainians with that shit. Let's just ignore the fact that she had something on the top of the ship that went, hey, fucking blow us out of the water. Let's just ignore that fucking fact. Yeah, let's just give her a slap on the fucking wrist because she's Hispanic and a woman. Fucking clown world. This is Rocco type shit. I wish my soundboard was fucking working. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, this deserves a what the fucking fuck of a fucking fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ. Seriously. She should be in the fucking stockade. She knew what she was doing was compromising the security of the ship, but she didn't give a shit because she wanted her internet access. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.